Hello, I'm Drew Spires. I will be teaching your child accelerated pre-calculus this year. I'm excited, a little nervous. This is my first weekly message. They're normally not very long. For the first week or two with all the virtual stuff coming out, and we're still determining which platforms we're going to use and how we're going to use them. So I'll be sending out these messages maybe even more than once a week initially. So I pretty much just want to briefly introduce myself, share the supply list. It's math. It's pretty easy. And just make a call for any emails. If somebody in your household did not receive this email, or you don't want someone in the household to receive this email, or if there's some other email address you'd like to receive this message at each week, that's the purpose of this message. I have 3 children. One is at Lakeside this year, one is at Henderson Middle, and one is at Henderson Mill Elementary. So, just to introduce myself, this is my 21st year as a high school teacher. I started in 2000. This is my 18th year as a coach. Let's see. There it is. There it is. Lakeside Cross Country. Let's go. I've coached several sports in the last 18 or so years. Since I had children, I've coached my children a lot of soccer, a lot of basketball, and other sports. It's my 3rd year at Lakeside. I love it here. I was at Parkview for a long time. We've been in Atlanta for 10 years. I was at Parkview. That was the 3rd high school at which I taught 2 other high schools in Georgia. My dad was a pilot in the Army, so we moved a lot. I was actually born in Alaska. Then we lived in Alabama, Fort Rucker, which was aviation school, where my dad went there and became an instructor for helicopter pilots. Then we moved to Germany. We were there almost 7 years. That was a really cool place to live. Then we moved to North Carolina. Not so cool where we lived anyway. North Carolina is a great state, but where we lived, kind of like Augusta or Columbus, just not an exciting place to live, especially in high school. Then we moved to Georgia. I've been in Georgia since I was 17. All of my family's from Middle Georgia originally. They've moved into different places and areas and states, but all my family for the last pretty much since 1790 have been in Middle Georgia. Lots of small churches where we have gravestones. It's pretty cool. So I consider myself a Georgia boy at this point. My wife and I met at the University of Georgia. We both received our bachelor's in mathematics. My wife actually double majored. She got a degree in math and ecology, which was really cool. My family jokes that I've been to like every university system of Georgia school. I have. So I got my bachelor's from the University of Georgia. Got my educational specialist from Georgia College and State University, my master's from the University of Georgia. My doctoral degree is in curriculum and instruction from Georgia State. I got that in 2017. Georgia State's an amazing school. It was a great experience. I love to learn. I'm a nerd. I love to jog. I like to read. I like to play guitar. I've been in several bands off and on pretty much since high school. I'm playing with a couple of guys now. Socially distanced. Right now, as a family, we have 2 dogs, we have a cat, and we now have 10 chickens. Our first project as a family in March and April when COVID first hit and we kind of were in a social isolation is we built a chicken coop. So that was really cool. And luckily, both of our neighbors remember chickens fondly from childhood, so they don't mind the fact that we have chickens in our backyard. I'm kind of nervous and excited about going virtual. I've taught online courses before, and hybrid courses, but that was all at the college level, which is very different than high school. Nervous in the sense that I want this to be. I enjoy the classroom. Students, even when they say they don't like math, they generally enjoy my class because we're always doing things together. We're working together. Even when I do direct instruction, I'm engaging the students. And so I'm going to try to make this as social, as authentic, as engaging as possible. It can be done. It's going to take some work. think it's important for students to be challenged, but I also think with it being math and difficult by nature that it needs to be accessible. So there's that tension that I'm trying to strike a balance with those two realities. All learning to me is social, so students need to be working problems together, sharing out ideas together. So that's kind of a staple in my classroom, so we'll find ways to do that. 45 minutes twice a week, face-to-face, so there'll be a lot of stuff going on at other times, but those 45 minutes will be very social, very engaging. Not just me doing, not me showing, certainly not me showing a video. I know some of you experienced that in the spring. That was strange to watch a teacher turn on a video during a Zoom so their child can watch a video of someone else teaching. That was weird for me to watch as a teacher, but it happened. I'm sure you experienced it. The supply list is in the email. There's an image there as well, so I won't read that. But, yep, there's a supply list. It's math, so it's pretty standard. The calculators are important. I'll let you look at those. You can ask questions about that if you have them, but there are two calculators that are great. One is the graphing calculator, which is pretty expensive, but it's an investment, and it's kind of the mandatory calculator. The TI-34, the TI-84 is kind of mandatory in any college math class through calculus. Calculus is 1 and 2, and even statistics. If there are any other members of the household that you would like to add to this contact, if somebody at home did not receive this email, or if you want me to take someone off the list, just let me know. Students, you should have received this at your S-number email account. If you want to receive it at a Gmail account, let me know. I look forward to seeing you at Virtual Open House Thursday, 6:30 to 8. If you can make it, it'll be in Teams. We don't use Zoom anymore. Teams is fantastic. Teams is really like a combination between Zoom and Google Classroom. It's a really cool platform. So I've learned a lot about it, and it does a lot more than I realized it even in the spring, and I was pretty impressed in the spring. In the meantime, please contact me anytime, and I'll always reply within 24 hours. Once again, this is a long message, and I apologize. Normally, they're not this long. I'm Drew Spires. I look forward to meeting you. I won't be calling people this year. So if you want to have a conference, we can just do one-on-one Microsoft Teams or even Zoom. It's not a lesson. So if we want to do a quick Zoom face-to-face, we can do what I'm doing now and have a quick conversation. But I look forward to meeting you all, and I'm excited, a little nervous, but mostly excited. Bye.